A proposed change to an Omaha, Nebraska school district's policy on sex ed led to not only actual violence, but accusations, conspiracy theories that Planned Parenthood had come into the district to rob their daughters of their purity. So the district's current policy teaches safe sex and birth control, but the district's consideration of an expanded lesson on sex education would include abortion, sexual preference, and gender identities. And that's where people went crazy. And so they had this meetup where people could air their grievances, of which they had many, ranging from, I think, reasonable concerns about exactly what the content of these changes would be. After all, we've had changes in the past that have put more emphasis on abstinence-only education, and have included such things as teaching people that when you rip off a bandage, it gets less sticky, and that's the same thing that happens to women when they slut it up. I mean, these are things that are really taught. So if you have concerns, I understand, but when you... That's how they teach it.
The ripping off a Band-Aid?
Yeah, they put a Band-Aid on someone and rip it off, then put it on another person and rip it off, and it comes off easier, and they say that it loses its stickiness the way that a woman loses her purity and innocence. They literally use that. Or that as you walk around, you get gum and dirt on your shoes. That's what women are like, so stay at home, don't go out and slut it up again. But anyway, there's this accusation that Planned Parenthood had come in, and they're the ones responsible for these changes. Since they're the new acorn, they do everything.
Right, that's what Planned Parenthood is dealing with right now.
That's what, they're not worried about Congress.
Yeah.
But according to Karen Spencer May, the Human Growth and Development Supervisor, they have never been involved.
Of course not.
Of course they're not involved. But yes, one woman in attendance wagered that Planned Parenthood had come in as part of a larger ring in the state to convince Omaha Public Schools to make the changes. At one point, a woman stood up and began yelling about the ability of the district and OPS to keep her daughters pure. She said, "I have 5 daughters. 5 daughters! Who's going to keep them pure? Nobody. I am," which is contradictory. Not OPS. Not OPS.
Yeah, by the way, you have your answer in there. You are. That's your job. Your daughters are your job. That's it.
Your daughters are your job. I would stop using the word pure, because I don't know what that's supposed to mean. I mean, I know what she means by it. And we have a story in the second hour, which is going to show what modern-day Americans think of purity.
Those girls can't wait to get out of your house, ma'am.
Oh, God, yeah. And just, they're going to be so pure. They'll be so pure in college. And more power to them if they choose that. Unfortunately, this went beyond just words. An atheist was physically assaulted because of her deeply held personal beliefs in sexuality, according to an attendee named Jay Irwin. A group of young LGBTQ people were threatened with violence by a mother and her son for being there, for not apologizing for their sexuality, and for supporting education that was respectful of their identities. They were called evil, sinful, and told they were going to hell.
I mean, clearly I like Jay Irwin, but I'm not sure his...
I'm
not sure his eyewitness. I'm not sure he's the most reliable.
Perhaps not.
There was the way he writes suggests that he is coming at it from a particular side.
That's perhaps true. Yeah. But the idea that people were yelling about sin and going to hell,
that part,
I'd buy that.
Oh, of course. No, I've been at those. I covered education for 2 years in Charleston. All happens. Yeah. All happens all the time.
And we're talking about this partially because it's absurd, but what's more absurd is that we're having these discussions about these Bronze era ideas of sexual morality, when teaching about abortion and sexual preference and gender identity, along with birth control and these other things, they're not just so that we'll accept millions of Americans who have these other identities and treat them like the full-fledged American citizens that they are. It's that then, if you teach the kids this stuff, they don't go out and have the kids so young. They don't, in some cases, have to have abortions because they get pregnant so young.
We know that providing contraception and teaching about sex ed lowers abortion. It's fact.
Well, it gets rid of abortions.
It stops abortions. It just doesn't stop people from having sex because you can't do that.
Yeah.
It doesn't work. So
you could just get them involved in my hobbies. That seems to wipe out all sexuality. But aside from that, you can't stop it. It's natural. Nature finds a way.
I don't even need to make fun of you. You're doing it yourself now.
I know. It's true. But in any event, this is sad. I mean, it's 2015, and by the way, when I know that this isn't directly what the Department of Education is necessarily on a local level getting involved in, but when Republicans say almost uniformly that they want to get rid of the Department of Education and give all the responsibility to state and especially local government to set education policy, this is what they want to win out. They want crazy purity mom to have a say and to make sure that that's what everybody's kids learn, is based on whatever her particular sect of Christianity believes about sexuality. That's what the policy should be.
Sure, you can opt your kid out, and if you want to torture your poor child, go ahead and opt him out. But the fact is, learning about gender identity. No one in the history of the world has decided to be gay because it came up in school.
Yeah.
It's never happened.
It's
never going to happen. It's not a thing that possibly happens. So learning about gender, what was it? 3 things: abortion, gender identities, and
sexual preference.
And sexual preference. So, I mean, nobody's changing their sexual preference because a teacher brought it up in a clinical sex ed class.
Yes.
It's inconceivable. Here's what the kids are going to do: giggle, be shy, make fun of things, and then afterwards, think maybe a little bit.
At the very least.
And by the way, learning about abortion is no guarantee that's going to not make them anti-abortion, by the way. I don't know, but you teach it. You teach it scientifically. That's all. That's
all.
Yeah.
And that's where you lost them.
Yeah, that's right.
You brought up science.
Right.